This is a short presentation about grey literature and is based on the online LibGuide about the same topic. So what is grey literature? Grey literature is a term used to describe information that is made available by non-commercial organizations. This information is aimed at an academic or professional audience, but is not published or distributed by mainstream commercial publishers. You'll see some examples of grey literature publications on the next slides, and that will make it easier to understand what grey literature resources are. We have added here a more comprehensive definition of grey literature for your reference. So a formal definition of grey literature, a definition called the Prag definition of grey literature, is a definition that says that grey literature stands for manifold document types produced on all levels of government, academics, business, and industry in print and electronic formats that are protected by intellectual property rights of sufficient quality to be collected and preserved by library holdings or institutional repositories, but not controlled by commercial publishers, i.e., where publishing is not the primary activity of the producing body. As we said before, grey literature refers to many documents and publications issued by different types of organizations. The type of documents can be varied as well, from government reports and policy documents to NGOs' reports, country profiles issued by NGOs, for instance, conference proceedings, and even theses and dissertations fall under the scope of grey literature. Here we have some examples of publications issued by Irish organizations. So on the left, we have an annual report published by the Irish Economic and Social Research Institute. This report is about living standards in Ireland. On the right, we have a guide to employers about implementing inclusive practices for employees with disabilities. On the left here, we have another example, which is a quarterly bulletin issued by the Central Bank of Ireland with financial and economic information. And on the right here, we have DrugNet, which is a research report on drug and alcohol usage in Ireland. So why is grey literature relevant for my research? Well, it can be very useful for your research. A few benefits of including this type of publications is that information is very current in this type of publications, and maybe it hasn't yet made to books, for instance. Also, the information can be about a niche topic that's not readily available elsewhere. And also these publications are prepared by experts in the area they are writing about. But a word of caution here, as with every source of information that you plan to use, you need to take care when making your selection. In the case of grey literature, we recommend that you stick to reputable organizations, that you watch for the date of publication as they can get outdated quickly. And also watch out for biased content from political organizations and so on. To help you decide on the reliability of grey literature, we make available on the Grey Literature Guide a checklist to evaluate grey literature resources. This checklist can be downloaded from the guide. This checklist is an acronym called ACODS, and this acronym stands for accuracy, authority, coverage, objectivity, date, and significance. So it's a good tool to use to select your sources of grey literature. So where to find grey literature resources? There is a vast amount of resources, and it takes a bit of experimenting with your searches. We recommend that you start by searching your topic on Google Advanced Search, for instance. And in that case, you should use limiters such as gov.ie only publications or publications in PDF format only. There are also databases that contain Gray literature publications. One of them is the Open Gray, European Gray Literature Database. Another one is ELDIS, which provides free access to research of international development issues, for instance. We also make available a link to the publications that we have in the Blanchardstown Library. On our guide as well, we have links to organizations in Ireland that publish relevant resources. To name a few here, we have Barnardo's Ireland, Central Bank of Ireland, Central Statistics Office, Enterprise Ireland, Irish Human Rights and Equality Commission, Irish Refugee Council, National Disability Authority, and PAVI Point. And also we have international organizations that publish Gray literature. To name a few here, we have EuroHealthNet, Eurostat, statistics from the European Union, International Labour Organization, the Publication Office of the European Union, the United Nations, and the World Bank. So referencing this type of sources can be done, and this is done according to your school referencing guides. You can also visit our Moodle page, the Blanchardstown Moodle page, for information on how to reference information found in Gray literature resources, and you can also get in touch with the library for assistance if you need it. So if you're still having trouble, get in touch with us and we'll be very happy to help you.